Hey you guys, good morning to you all. It's me, Kiana, coming at you today. And I am coming at you because I wanted to, first of all, thank you guys for visiting my website. As you all know by now, it is up and running. We have experienced some technical difficulties, but I think that's because it was such a high traffic value at the time. A lot of you guys got in. I am so happy to say that many of you guys went over and supported me, whether that was placing an order or whether that was just simply registering. And I literally have hundreds of registers over there now. So I thank you guys for supporting me. And most of you guys actually ordered. So I really thank you guys. Double portions for that. Um, I do have some things left, you guys, so make sure you go check it out. It is bigcuz52.webs.com. That's BIGCOUZ 52.WEBS, as in Sam, .com. And I do have a lot of things sold out. You'll see a sold out sign on all of the items, but I do have a few items left, so make sure you go check it out. Flat rate shipping is $5. All the earrings are stylish and trendy. All the ones that you've seen behind the glass in your local hair store. These are not the ones that's $1 or $1.99, or they're not for that type of diva. This is for the ones that want to take it up a notch and that don't mind, paying over $1.99 for some really fly, gorgeous, trendy, classy, but yet stylish earrings. So, and also some necklaces and bracelets. So, make sure you go over there. That's enough with that. I wanted to come to you guys. First of all, I have to do several videos today. One is going to be a review on an item, and I wanted to share that with you guys because that review is not going to be a great one because I did not like the product. I did not. I have to tell you guys about it, so make sure you tune into that. But I wanted to also tell you guys or share with you guys some people that help birth ideas in me. Some people that I've used as inspiration, some people that I've used as encouraging tools, and some people that have been there for me and stepped up to the plate in certain ways to direct me in a way that would assist me with opening up a new business or branching off my businesses into other areas. And I had to give credit where credit is due. I do believe that if credit is actually due, you should do so. And I wanted to take some time out to mention 3 people that actually helped me over the past year and a half with developing and branching off into other businesses. As you all know, I've been a business owner since I've been 20 years old. I've had one business or another. At this time, I'm juggling several. But this new venture, as far as my website, is something new. I've always had side hustles, and I've always had small businesses. And in fact, for the past couple of months, done what you guys see. I've done that in other venues. It's just that I've never branched off and did a website and had my items sold to the world. But I've always done this locally. And it's been more of a hands-on, face-to-face kind of transaction. So I'm very well advanced in that area. But I am learning even deeper and to a new level of the web selling and the business opportunities as far as that. And some of these people I'm going to name do not necessarily have websites, but they are knowledgeable in those areas. And some of you guys are going to recognize these people. But what you don't know is a year and a half ago, these people actually were on the phone with me, telling me things that I needed to know, teaching me things that I needed to know, directing me actually to websites that I needed to know in order to buy wholesale, in order to take it up a notch, in order to not just have your dollar earrings and your dollar necklaces that you can get at any local hair store. These people actually gave me directly links. I mean, sending me links and telling me to write these things down. Literally, they would do conversations with me, showing me and helping me. And this was all about a year ago. Okay? But I wanted to acknowledge them because, see, it's important for us to listen. Even if we don't act at the time we find things out, even if we don't move out on those things that we want to embark on at that very second, even though we stand still at that moment, that doesn't mean we don't digest it. That doesn't mean that we don't ponder it. That doesn't mean that we don't store it in our mental, database. And I'm one of those people that soak up everything. I soak up everything. And that's why I think I've been able to always excel at my businesses. And I've never actually had a business fail. Why? First of all, because I place God first. Second of all, I only act and walk out when He tells me to do it. And third of all, and back on that second part, you have to develop that kind of listening skill to know if in fact it's the flesh, the human part of you talking or speaking to you, or if that's coming from God. That's a development, okay? And I've developed that. But thirdly, I soak up information and I tally it all together. I weigh my pros and my cons. I evaluate every scenario and then have scenarios to solve those very same issues. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So I research. People that watch me for a long time, they know that when I'm talking to you guys about something, I've researched it. Now, of course, I'm human. I make mistakes at times. And maybe I have my facts wrong at times. That's a human thing. But what I do is I research anything I'm about to embark on. And everything has a chance for failure. Okay, because it can be some things that's out of your control. But what I do is anything that's in my control, I make sure that I have scenarios lined up. A, B, C, D example or verdict of how to solve those issues and how to make things happen and how to make things work. And if this falls, then I can pick up right here. I make sure I do that. And I do that with anything. For instance, if I'm going to start a new diet, you guys are telling me, your opinion about it, but not knowing that I've researched it for hours and hours. And in fact, maybe don't know as much as you about it, but I'm close enough. Even though you see me just starting it, I'm advanced as far as knowledge on it, if you're understanding what I'm saying. And that's not just saying I know everything. That's just saying that's how I do. That's how I work. And I invest a lot of time into anything you see me step out on. And I wanted to, it's taking me 8 minutes to get to this, but I wanted to thank 3 people in specifics, because they really did help me out more than they probably even know. The first person I'm going to name is Selma77. You guys that have been watching me, this is not new to you guys hearing me mention Selma. She is an inspiration for me. She is actually the one that started me doing YouTube. She knows that, and many of you guys that have been watching me for almost 2 years since I've been on YouTube as of August the 14th, many of you guys have heard me say this. This Selma to me is not new to me. Selma, I've been talking about Selma since literally my first video, almost 2 years ago. Why? Because she inspired me. What did I see in her? Selma was one of the first people I saw on YouTube that was a big sister. Did not mind telling you that. Did not shake in who she was. Whether you were from the lesbian community, whether you were from the BBW community, whether you were a sister because of race or not. She was who she was. And she didn't let those things or those titles define her. And she is very bold in who she is. And I appreciate that about her. The other thing I noticed about Selma that first basically caught my eye was that the sister is fierce. And when I say fierce, she's fierce. Yeah, I said fierce. Okay? The sister makeup game is off the hook. And the other thing I liked and was very relatable with Selma 77 was Selma is business minded. She is the type that has a million hustles. You guys probably watch her, but I've absorbed her. And there's a difference between watching and absorbing. And Selma, I know from watching her and even talking to her on the phone, Selma has a hustle with more than what you guys see or know or see every day. Okay? Selma doing hair, she doing makeup, she doing drag queens, she doing regular people, she doing older people that want hairstyles, she's doing makeup. You know, she's doing YouTube, she's doing her website. Selma is a money maker and she's a go-getter. Okay? And that's something I can relate to. So all of these things, the combination of all of these things caught my eye 2 years ago. And she actually walked me through on the phone. Okay, I can recall vividly. About a year, not even a whole year ago. And she actually walked me through on the phone with telling me when I was selling earrings a long time ago, you guys, and that was some, the dollar earrings and stuff like that. Those were those type of earrings. And she told me, you know what, Kiana, this is how I started out. This is how I started out. And now she has a successful website. Okay? And people could say what they want. People can say, oh, you're walking in her path, or you're doing what she's doing. No, what I'm saying is that she was an inspiration. And I think that people need to stop worrying about if somebody is copying you rather than being inspired by that person. You understand what I'm saying? She is one that has inspired me. Okay? And encouraged me with her words. She actually is one that actually will get on the phone and say, Kiana, this site right here will hook you up. This site right here, that's what Selma 77 did for me. And I have to thank her for that. Because even if I didn't use the site then, and even if I don't use it now, it birthed ideas in me. And for that, I am grateful for. And I only hope to one day, even though my other businesses are successful, okay, I hope to one day be as successful with my webpage and my web store as she is. That is what you call inspiration. And that she gave to me. The second person I want to name, you all know her as Much Love. Nina. Much love from KY. Nina, I appreciate you so much. Because despite what Nina has went through, I can recall even from, I've talked to Nina 1 o'clock in the morning. I've talked to, I can remember a year ago. Nina, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about. I remember a year ago, this sister, whatever ailments that were in her body, whatever aches and pains that she may have, whatever, if the cancer was present at that moment or not, whether she was in a wheelchair, and that was when one of her children was alive. Okay, because you all know Marion passed away, one of her kids. And she took time. This tells you the type of sister this is. See, this is what you have to understand. People have to understand that a lot of these things aren't YouTube. Okay? You can see somebody in one light, but that may be what they portray. I'm telling you these people as individuals away from YouTube. I'm telling you the type of people they are in their heart, in their spirits, when the camera is off. Okay? Nina, I remember a year ago, she sat down, I think it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and she named off every site that she knows as wholesale that will give me an awesome price. Could she have saved that information for herself, you guys? Just like Selma. They could have saved that information for themselves, but they wanted to see me prosper. They wanted to see me go to another level. That spoke volumes to me. That touched my spirit. And I am forever grateful for it. I remember not only did Nina tell me the sites, but this sister, after we got off the phone, mind you, 1 o'clock in the morning, several times, because Nina don't sleep that much. At least not the hours we sleep. But she actually got on her internet after we got off the phone and sent me over individually each link to all of these stores. I remember that, Nina. I remember you did that. And that touched me so. That showed me who you was besides YouTube. That showed me a little glimpse of inside of your heart and who you are as a person, as a woman, as a child of God. And that touched me. And I will never forget that. I will never forget that you did that for me. In fact, one of the stores, one of the wholesale places that she gave me, Nina, I used one of them for some of my stuff. So I appreciate that, sister. I really do. I appreciate it, and I really can't thank you enough. I really can't. Another person I want to mention is somebody y'all don't probably know. She's one of my homegirls. I met her through YouTube. She doesn't come on that often anymore, but I have to give her credit where credit is due. Her name is On a Journey Back to Me. And you guys have heard me mention her before. And this sister, every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Okay? This sister, you guys don't know about her. But in her state, she's on her grind. And that's why she's really not on YouTube that often. This sister is on her grind. And this sister is packed with knowledge. I'm going to tell you how knowledgeable this sister is. She actually taught me, when I say I have some other things, and it may not be this year, early next year and stuff like that, when I say I can't tell you, I'm not telling y'all everything I'm doing, but you will eventually see them. You will see gradually me moving towards certain things, and you will see me gradually revealing certain things. And in my videos I may slip up every now and then and mention something. When I say this sister is packed of knowledge, she didn't put me down with how to have my own makeup line, how to have my name on it. Okay, that's how knowledgeable this sister is. See, this is why you have to listen. You have to have people surrounding you that's just not Keisha smoking weed down the street, or Tammy up the street that just want to talk about a bunch of crazy stuff. This is why you need to have people around you, because the reality is people like Donald Trump, Oprah, and things like that, they have women around them that's making moves. They have women around them that are doing something. Okay? And I'm not saying don't hang around Keisha and Tammy. What I'm saying is that don't hang around Keisha and Tammy exclusively. Okay? This is just real life hustling and business 101. The reason why is because when you look around at successful people have successful people around them. And yeah, they may have Keisha and Tammy around them. And it's cool to have Keisha and Tammy, because Keisha and Tammy been riding with you since when you was this high, when you didn't have nothing. But what I'm saying is that make sure you have Keisha and Tammy and a whole bunch of successful people around you, because it's almost better than Harvard, because these people have lived it. These people have done it. These people have mastered it. And you can soak up this information from not just books, but from people that have been there and done that and done it well. Okay? And I'm one of those type of people that I surround myself with people that are making moves. I surround myself with people that are actually on a journey to do something, a journey of growth, a journey of being better, a journey of doing better, a journey of being prosperous, a journey of being the type of woman that I want to be, or that I am aiming to be. See, often we get dragged down Spiritually and physically, we get dragged down when we have women. If we surround ourselves with women that are not about nothing, a women that don't want to go anywhere in life, that are okay with just being at this level. And I'm not just talking about financially, I'm talking about spiritually, I'm talking about mentally, I'm talking about in all aspects. Okay? If we just surround ourselves around women like that, our spirits get drawn down. That's just how it is. You could be the strongest person in the world, but if you surround yourself with nothing but filth, eventually you're going to get dirty. It is what it is. That's why we have to be careful what we actually put into ourselves physically, mentally, food-wise, listening with our ears, really taking on these things. We take it on whether we realize it or not. We take on these things. Okay? So eventually, if you surround yourself around these kind of things, you're not going to flourish. You're not. You're not going to flourish to your fullest potential, let me say that. You can flourish because even a seed in a ground full of dirt blossoms into something. But if it's seasoned, if that dirt is tended and cared for, then the results thereof will be greater than if you just put it down in the dirt and never mind it, and you never tend to it, and you never try to cultivate it, and you never try to nurture it. It still produces, yes, but it produces that much greater when it's tended to, and when it's cared for, and when it's nurtured. Are you understanding my analogy? So what I'm saying to you guys is, surround yourself with people and things that you want to be or want to do, and let them inspire you and encourage you. People always think it's about copying. No, baby, it's not about copying. Once you become an adult, it's not about copying. What it's about is using these things or these people as inspiration. And even if they can't give you anything physically, like a website or some information, what they can do is they can inspire you to go get that stuff yourself. Are you understanding what I'm saying? For instance, I'm not going to give you every website. Why? Because I believe that you should do that work. But what I can do is I can inspire you to go find some. You understand what I'm saying? I can birth some seeds in you. It's a lot of people, after me sharing the things that I've been through, and after me sharing, businesses that you guys know I do, and also sometimes sharing gradually little things and little side hustles that I do, just like when I did the baskets for Valentine's Day. When I opened you guys up, I didn't dwell on it. I just did a video so you can see me interacting with customers. So you can see people actually coming into my home asking for what I had available. Money just walking to you rather than you walking to it. I showed you that to birth ideas in you. See, it's a system to my madness. I do a lot of videos, but when one sits back and evaluates what I'm actually trying to accomplish and why I do these videos and why I share certain things, when you sit back and watch it, it'll all come together. And I do a lot of things to inspire. Because I truly believe, a lot of people say, don't tell what you're about to do. Let me tell you something. A lot of non-believers think like that. A lot of people that don't understand the word of God, they think like that. Because the reality is, if it's mine, it's mine. If it's meant for me, it's meant for me. Period. It's a lot of people out there that do the same thing, if not better than me. But why won't mine fold? And that goes for anything. I'm not just talking about my website. I'm talking about just anything. Why won't mine fold? Because God intended it for it to be for me. And I walked out on what He told me to do. I moved when He told me to move. And therefore I can't fail. Because He is not a failure. Are you understanding? So, I'm saying all this to say, you guys, soak up as much encouragement and inspiration as you can. Pray on it, fast on it, and then you move. If it's in God's will. I want to give a special thanks, as I've stated before, to Selma77, much love from KY, and On a Journey Back to May. You guys helped cultivate who I am becoming as far as branching off into this new business. And I want to thank you guys because you didn't have to do it. You wasn't told to do it nor made to do it. You did it on your own free will, and you did it just because you saw something in me. You saw greatness waiting to happen. And I thank you guys for sharing with me all that you have. I love you guys so much, and I give you nothing but mad respect. Thank you.